Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the third and final hour here of Across the Endless Sea. We're once upon a game where we're playing Across the Endless Sea. Yeah, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. It's not like this is my first stream before. Maybe. So, hey, welcome back. We are journeying. We're in our fourth month now of our people dealing with some pretty existential problems, which is kind of a textbook Across the Endless Sea, which I enjoy immensely.
Well, especially if you include the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lore makes it all about existential dread. We pick up in the fourth month, the close of autumn, often called hardship. And in this month, I am going to get M as the voice of the people. I am going to get you to make the choice from the second column of your sheet.
Okay.
So instead of one of us claiming this month and randomly generating a prompt, the voice of the people is going to tell us what has changed since the last time we traveled this way, and we will then figure out who that's a prompt for.
Okay, gotcha.
They will run an encounter.
Cool. All right. So as people make their journey, what do they find has changed along the way? Okay. I mean, there's one that is so like what we've seen so far that I'm not going to choose that. Oh, that one's an interesting one. Yeah, okay. Is anyone can I ask? I need to remember who we actually got as far
as
we've
got spirits, waters, dwellers, islands, and travelers.
Cool. Yeah. I think I'm going to go with a new island has formed, remote, shrouded, presenting unknown danger or opportunity.
All right. So
get some land all up in this.
You are the islands of the Endless Sea. So you're gonna run this round, and that is your prompt. M, if you could just read it for us again.
I'm anticipating a thing. I'm anticipating a question coming up. The Ark cannot go on this land. They can only go to the island that they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. Because I like that, they can only go to the one. And I think based on this prompt, it sounds like this is a new place that is like not known or recorded.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I like the idea that the Ark has to live in liminal space, right? They've got to stay on the boat between worlds until the people return.
Yeah. Yeah. So the prompt wording again is a new island has formed, remote, shrouded, presenting unknown danger or opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I answer the thing looks like and the danger questions, right?
And then so silently to yourself,
to myself,
and then you tell us what coming across this island looks like to us.
Sure. So the people are sort of moving through this sort of area that they know, and they notice this like massive, like almost as big as the boat, like landmass of island, and there are tall trees, there's moss, there's vines. It just looks like a paradise of greenery.
Sounds nice.
It's just like very verdant and just luscious. Yeah.
Ooh.
Suspicious.
Verdant is a good word.
Is there a adjective for like paradisal? You know what I mean? Like,
idyllic,
can
maybe?
you idyllic?
Idyllic.
Utopian? Yeah, but I wasn't sure if that. Yeah, but like
that seems to
in
be
terms of in you know what I mean. But in terms of like tropical paradise,
it's not quite utopia, but it does look very good.
There's got to be a word.
There's a word for that.
There's a word that is derived from the Garden of Eden, but I don't remember what it is. Like an adjective to mean as although related.
Edenic.
But it's
Is it?
It's like an obscure medieval
I don't know if that's
one.
a
I
word.
don't actually remember what
I don't
it
know.
is.
Picturesque
it
is a good word.
Picture, yeah.
I almost imagine that there's no beach on this island because the moss has just crawled so far into the ocean.
Yeah, totally. Cool. So who among us will be lead aspect for this? I know Eric hasn't had a turn yet, and neither has M. So I am inclined to say one of them. And I kind of like the idea that having encountered this new thing, the people's approach is like dominated by concern with like our taboos,
procedure,
and our ancestry, and
law.
correct
Yeah,
procedure.
yeah.
Like that kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'd be happy to tackle this problem, guys. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Cool.
Cool. Okay. So, it's just that there's this tropical island, right? And now I gotta. Was there anything else you wanted to add before I ask you the interrogating questions?
Well, you're moving on to the island, correct?
I believe that's under your domain, and I guess we assume we're going to land on it, right?
Yeah.
So
that's
okay.
the assumption, is that you land and set foot on this island.
Sure. So like obviously it looks really nice and stuff, but why are we tired? Are we landing there because
Eric,
there's something we need? We need food.
We need food.
Yeah, exactly.
All our
That's
food
what I was
got
gonna say,
eaten.
too.
All our food got eaten by the
Right.
Well,
of course. Oh, of course. Last month we lost all our food. So okay. So we're hoping for food.
Yeah, more so than that, the sort of island just sort of feels to have like almost sort of a gravity to it. To like when you're on the boat, you sort of feel this tugging force,
like a tide
towards the island,
like
almost like a tide.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost as if the island had gravity and was pulling on you.
Okay.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
No,
seems
the island
nice.
just
It's
wants a
such a nice-
body.
It just wants a hug.
Also, I've just done some quick Googling, and it looks like Edenic is in fact a word. And I think that was the one I was
Awesome.
thinking of.
Okay. So our group is going to be very cautious, and we're going to make a prayer to Rual, right? Is that their name?
The shipwright? Yes.
Yeah, the shipwright. For some ingenuity to get themselves out of this pool of this island, so they can not risk the ships while they go out there, because they're going to this island, but they need to do it. So they're going to let's see. There's got to be. I imagine so. There's an artist who does a lot of like woodworking sculptures that are like animatronic, like they're wind powered and they like propel themselves. Like,
are these the ones that go along the beach?
Yeah,
Yes.
like the ones on the beach, right? Right. Yeah. So I'm imagining that there's some sort of like. So have you ever seen like the insides of those things? How there's like numerous like wooden things, there's like gears and things like moving in different ways. I imagine there's something in the ship that has a sort of like guts of the ship that have a very similar mechanism placement and stuff. So imagine a lot of like smooth curved wood, a lot of like gears and levers and pulleys going in different ways. And I feel like
it only takes like 10 people to row this massive boat.
Yeah,
because this incredibly intricate like
it's almost like the complications of a watch, right? And so they go in there and you see. What were the names of the I guess like the head engineer of our voyage, the technomancer, I don't know, would they go to manually control what would normally be automated. So like they, instead of like pulling down on the levers, like they pull up to them, and we hear our ship kind of like screech, and our oars reconfigure, and you see like the oars slow down and start going backwards, and like keeping us away from the ship. So we're approaching this relying on our technology and our ways with Rual. So does that help us?
Just to get a better picture, you're doing this on the ship, or are you?
Like we're getting like sucked into this black hole of right. But basically, what I'm doing is changing the way, like I'm basically relying on the engines and ingenuity that our god put into our ship to keep our ship safe while we go into explore. Does this work?
I think it's more interesting if it fails to work.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't ask the hands what's lost. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
One thing is lost.
Sure. Okay. And I guess I'm gonna ask then. Heart. What did we lose? We lost one thing, right? You just said we lost one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So heart of the people. What did we lose? And then I have to try again.
I mean, if we want to be obvious, maybe the boat takes some damage. Like maybe we had just pulled in anyway.
The way I pictured your failure is that you like try to push off of this island and it just doesn't work. Like the gears aren't strong enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I have an idea because it's on my list. An important virtue is lost, twisted, shown as worthless or abandoned. So we lose our joyfulness, our merriment, our zest for life, and its passions. We're getting really worried because all this shit is happening just as we need so much food.
This black hole is sucking out all your happiness. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so our ship runs aground. We're on to the shores of this island. So that didn't work.
Shores.
Yeah, so that didn't work. We're maybe in like the mossy Sargasso.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. So I have to come up with something else. I have to come up with another approach. We're going to. Okay, we're stuck, and we're too hungry.
Do it.
Sad.
Do it, Eric.
We do it without regard to our taboos, and we actually do we. Oh man. Okay. We call and we demand and we curse at the spirits. I feel like I'm what am I doing? That's stupid. I'm stupid, Eric. Of course we have to bring the Ark on shore. Of course. We think that if we give the Ark to the island, then we could actually be able to survive and like push it off. Like
Wait,
ultimately,
we giving the Ark to the island just to be sure I heard you properly. Like that's dope as hell. That's quite
yeah.
strange.
I think maybe not like as a gift, but like we are proceeding to bring the Ark and okay. Yeah. Okay. So what we end up doing is since our ship is stuck and we like lower down like the drawbridge thing on like the front of our ship, but then we bring out and we kind of either we have to cut out the container of the Ark, and as we move on like the actual like the shrine part, so that she's like not on the island per se, but like also like we're like on the island now, like being like, okay, well we're gonna have to survive here till we build a machine that gets our ship off this machine, or that basically we have to build a lever to like get our ship out of here. So let's start designing and like figuring out to live on this island for the time being.
That's a good answer. I like that answer. It actually works completely.
Okay.
And while you're on the island, it's very sort of nice and hospitable. And you don't really feel that pull in your chest anymore until the time where you build a sort of leverage device to sort of bring yourself off.
There's plenty of wood to do it with, right? Like
Yeah.
this island is kind of the perfect place for us to be shipwrecked.
Can I change it to be it works at a cost?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I just thought of something. So you've spent.
So do remember, Sci-Fi, you don't get to say what the cost is.
Okay.
That choice is always in the hands of the aspects.
All right. Yeah. So
Oh.
you've built. Okay.
No arcs or gods, only men. Thank you for the
You
bits.
built a device that can push the thing off, but you think you need someone to stay on the island and operate it.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Win one thing, lose one thing.
Okay.
All right.
So I think. All right then. Voice of the people. We win one thing. Memories of the people. We lose one thing.
Cool. I love it when we lose things.
Right.
I'm just glad I didn't get picked again to lose a thing.
I was totally like bracing myself for that.
Yeah.
So who's winning? Who's losing?
You're winning.
I'm winning.
losing.
Cool.
Yes. We win some. The voice wins. Memories lose.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a good one.
Do you want to go first? I haven't decided yet.
All right. Yeah. So someone right, like someone stands on the shore and operates the lever, and we pull away from the island, feeling this like tug in our chests and our hearts, and like a rope is thrown, and they're like pulled back away from the island, and we leave the lever behind and the shore behind, and then looking back, someone spots Save, the child oracle, the vessel for the people's lore,
Yeah. Right.
on the island, having like wandered away unnoticed. And they're on their knees and they're ripping up. They're not ripping. Ripping is too violent a word. They're like plucking certain leaves and certain flowers and like eating them to absorb the knowledge of this new place and like incorporate that like they have the knowledge of the ocean. And like the people know that like we can't go back. We only barely made it out of there the one time, and so we just have to leave Save there. And so Save is lost.
Oh no!
Sad.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too. That's a good one.
Okay, that makes it really interesting for me, because Save is like the embodiment of the voice, right?
No,
Save...
that was Ruihar. Ruihar was the voice of the priesthood. Save was like the weird unaging child who like had no personality left, only like memory and knowledge.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like I'm thinking, because I think it was Save who knew the stories of the storm serpent.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
So I feel like Save is the keeper of the tales as well.
Yeah, some of them certainly.
Some of them, yeah.
Now he has a nice island to share his knowledge with.
Right.
Okay, that's really interesting. I think. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to go with the obvious one. I think it's a new tale that tells of something unknown to the people. But I think the way that the people kind of rationalize what has happened here is that they tell themselves that Save was the thing being called to by the island. They tell themselves that Save was like the other
great
side
attractor.
of that gravity. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that it wasn't pulling all of them; it was just pulling Save. And they tell themselves that was, the right course of action, and a thing that was, they kind of like recorded in their tale as like a thing that was always meant to happen, as a way of like, rationalizing it to themselves and feeling as though they didn't abandon one of their own. So I think they construct this tale about the island, the island that was meant for Save.
Yeah, the verdant island, I've called it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. So that brings the 4th month to a close. And with it, it brings autumn to a close. It is winter now. The open of winter, the 5th month, called Remembrance. I might put my hand up to run this one, because we haven't had any travelers yet.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Cool.
It makes sense
Alright.
for you to have the last or second to last, but possibly last because of time.
Yep. I think we're good, Eric. Like we just did that one in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
So, like,
we
yeah,
are running lean.
yeah.
So like we might have this. All right. Where are we? I gotta remember how to play this game. Run.
What is this?
Yeah. Who wrote these rules?
Where's the dice?
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to getting to play this with the deck online because I have done that in person and it's real cool. Oh yeah, that's just awesome. That's just a great thing that will be fun for us.
Okay.
Sorry, bear with me a moment while I get Roll20 to cooperate. There we go.
You got something?
Yep. All right, I'm good now.
Okay.
So, winter draws in. And as we sail on, I think the color of the water changes again. And I think now around us the water is like a dull, kind of like grayish blue. I think it's cloudy now often during the day. The light is kind of sullen and pale. And one morning, we wake to see dark sails on the horizon.
Plural? Yeah.
Ships approaching.
So not canoes or kayaks, ships.
Ships.
Okay.
A number of ships. They are dark ships. The wood that they are made from is like a deep, inky black, either painted or made from some unknown tree. The sails were once white, have been stained with ash or like ink, so they're dark and ashen as well. Everything is very reserved and is very somber about this ship. It's crewed by young men and women and non-binary folk, tall, strong, lithe. I think they're not wearing a huge amount of clothing, like their arms and legs are bare and you can see their youthful muscle. But they're masked. They're wearing masks of the same dark wood the ship is made from. And those masks are carved into a fixed expression of, like, proud resolve.
So they all have the same expression.
Well, they all have masks.
I mean, the masks all have the same expression.
Yes, the masks are all identical.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
You said proud resolve?
Yeah, like prideful, resolved, like faces is what the masks are carved into.
Where's that?
And they sail towards the people.
I don't know. It means like
they...
snooty. The masks look snooty.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure, that is a valid
know.
interpretation of what I just said.
Snooty.
I'm picturing more like they look like people who have to do a dangerous thing, but are like proud of their ability to do that and are determined to do it on behalf of their people. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Eric, you're not.
I can't help it. I can't help with
Stop,
any.
stop.
I can't help with any expression and for my face. It doesn't look like I'm pooping.
For
So-
some reason, you when you said snooty masks, I pictured the Shy Guys from Mario. The first image in my mind for whatever reason.
But yeah, and so these ships sail up towards the people. I think your ship is slow, right? It's huge by its nature. Theirs are kind of small and trim, and like they are both rowing and catching the sail, catching the wind in their sails. And yeah, they're looming out of the horizon towards you at speed. And as they come close, yeah, all you can see is just these like masks, as they kind of like impassively regard you across the narrowing gap between the ships.
Okay, what are we gonna do? How do we
Is this finally a time for the hands?
respond? Yeah, right.
Ooh.
I mean, does it seem as though they are approaching us specifically, or that they are just passing us at close range? Like, can we
They
tell
are
by the
approaching
trajectory?
you.
Yeah,
They
they're
are coming
approaching
to
intersect
us.
course. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, fuck these guys. Just blow them out into space.
Oh. I mean, my story gamer instinct says that they seem like a really obvious threat, which is why we shouldn't respond to them as a really obvious threat. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's just me predicting things about Luke.
I'm inclined to trust your instincts because you know each other longer than I know either of you, because I saw you both of you on a stream once.
But that's,
Yeah,
that's not-
exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's apt though.
Okay. Have we decided whether or not we're gonna do hands?
I'd vote for hands. But maybe I'm biased.
Hands for hands?
Hands for hands. Okay. Hands it
Yep.
is.
Cool. Go with it.
The hands have it.
Yep. Cool.
All right. What do the people already own that will help them meet this encounter?
There's gotta be a song about black ships, right?
Probably.
Probably.
All right.
I think if you wanted an answer to that question, you should have picked the voice of the people, Eric. What do the people already own?
That will help them meet this encounter.
I'm gonna name two things. Both of them could help you.
Sure.
Your weapons. The art.
Always a plus. Ooh.
Because I think as they and how you realize this is as they approach, as they come closer. I think for the first time in like a week, the sky has cleared a little, and this like sullen late slate like leaden sky has like lightened a little, and the sun is actually shining through, and like the day seems to be improving, and you can see the sunlight like lighting up their vessel, and it shows you two things: the gleam of weapons at their sides and in their hands. They do carry weapons, but it also shows the distinctive marks and crests that they are of your people. You don't recognize them from the yearly festival. They haven't.
Ooh.
They can't have been in a while, but they are once of the Lost Land.
Oh.
Ooh. That's
changes
so
things.
dangerous. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Okay. What formed this? Natural processes, mortal craft, unnatural forces, etc.
What formed it?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard question. Sorry,
Were
what
there
were the
ships
options?
from-
Were natural forces?
Yeah, natural forces, mortal craft, unnatural forces, etc.
I mean, to me, that sounds like I don't know. I'm thinking like that sounds more like what formed them as a people, like what formed their
Yeah,
like,
I'm
culture rather than.
I'm gonna give two answers. I'm
Okay.
gonna answer like both of the facets of that question. In the
Okay.
interest of full disclosure. So I think, I don't know how the people, how exactly this is made known to them. Oh, I do. Okay, so one of the sails on the raft is still like a lighter kind of ashen gray.
Okay.
And as the sun comes out fully and shines down upon it, you see it not like, super quickly, but like noticeably darkening under the rays of the sun and blackening.
Like,
And you realize that this ship has been scorched black by sunlight. That is what has made the ship the way it is. And then I think that's the point where you all recognize the specific iconography that this ship bears.
Mhm.
These are this is the clan of Sewol, the Sparkbringer.
Sparkbringer.
These are the children of the ancestor from the Lost Land who kindled the sun long ago.
But don't we have tales about the Sunbringers betraying shit?
No,
No,
that's
you
that's a different ancestor.
yeah, don't have to worry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, Saga, your ancestor is the one who betrayed everything.
Gotcha. So these people are friend or foe, or do we not know?
No, I'll give you that. After the Lost Land was lost, after Saga's betrayal of all the people, the children of the Sparkbringer like cursed her and hated her the most.
Okay, so they're probably out for blood. That's the safe assumption. Like, we stem from the same church, but, they swore a vow of vengeance against us when we left. Okay. So I think what we do is, first things first, we get all hands on deck.
Just couldn't leave it, could you?
You can't have a boat game with a class called Hands and not have an all hands on deck game pun.
I'm trying to be like somewhere and like
Right.
It's definitely true.
appropriate here, and you just okay.
Okay, no,
I just really like your hands gesture. How they just wiggle
yeah, jazz
in the
hands.
lower corner of your screen too. Like they're just barely visible, but I can see them just right at the bottom.
Perfect.
So all hands on deck.
Yes. Okay. So the people gather. We sort of debrief everyone on like who these people are, why they're bad, and that they're coming. And one of the skills that our people have is shooting, which is skirmishing and fighting boat to boat. And so every able-bodied man, woman, and non-binary folk is given a weapon to defend themselves. And we outlast it, relying on hard-won endurance from hours of rowing against wind and tide. And we turn ship and we charge them.
Does it work?
Yikes.
Hands, baby. We're throwing them.
Okay.
They're about to catch these hands.
So you're trying to outlast them?
Yes. We will fight the longest war of attrition.
It fails to work.
Understandable.
Yeah, they are young and strong and trained, and many of those on your boat bearing weapons are children or elders or in engineers and people who are not trained. And I think it isn't helped by the fact that they don't use bows. They have they look very much like they're spears, and they're made of the same burned black wood, but with smoking tips, and they hurl them at the ship of the people. And where they strike, like sunlight bursts forth, and sets fire to things.
I was wondering how the Sparkbringer was getting brought back in. So
Yeah. They bring the spark.
So it fails to work. One thing is lost, and then we'll go on and see.
All right, Law, what do we lose? I feel like Law makes sense. I feel like our command structure is falling apart.
yeah. Okay. So what did we lose? I feel like we are getting dangerously close to after the island. Sai, can you mute your mic, my dude? It's doing the thing again.
Oh, okay.
So I think okay. So here's what's going on. We are losing the favor of Rahal after the island, and now after our bows. It just seems like our ingenuity, like we are suffering a lack of ingenuity. We're being tested, and we are coming up lacking. So I think we are losing that favor and that tradition, and I wonder if that's.
Gee, I wonder if we would have been better at fighting if we treated our storm serpent with,
Yeah,
more respect.
Yeah, I think.
We still have it. That it is bound. But we still have it. I'm putting it
Yeah,
out.
I think
we have it. Yeah, but
I think the people. I think we think that it might be a mistake to. This is the second time we've failed from our ingenuity. We need to come up with other solutions. We can't rely on the tools that we set out with this journey with. We must make new tools. Okay. We must come up with new ideas.
All right.
And so you've lost the favor of Ruhal?
Yes.
Okay.
Or no, but we lost our belief and our more like our tie to him, like we are his children on this arc.
So all that you have left is your tie to the ancestor they hate above all things.
Yes.
All right.
Wonderful.
Second try time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's the plan. We, first of all, almost everyone gets below deck and grabs an oar, and Aiden, the speaker of the storm serpent, goes and to the serpent who is bound, and he prays his heart out, and he releases the net that bound it to our ship and prays for it to summon a storm to help us get out of here. We outrun it, relying on the swiftness that sees us as we safely flee before the hurricane.
Good.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
For fuck's sake.
It works, but at a cost.
Acceptable.
Because you call on your god. They call on the sun.
Yes.
That is their answer. And sunlight turns from warmth into weapon in their hands. And they press onwards. They are warlike, they are skilled, and they are righteous extremists. They do not stop chasing you until either you are literally so far ahead they cannot, or until they cannot because they are all dead. 3 things are lost, 1 thing is won.
All right. What do we got? Let me go back to the main people page.
And so it is worth now mentioning, because we have 4 choices to make, Sci-Fi, this once I am a valid choice for a thing that is won or lost. Because otherwise you are out of valid choices.
So I will go voices we lose, hearts we gain.
So that's 2. We lose 3 things.
Oh, okay. All right, so we lose voices, we lose memories, and we lose law.
Oh, okay.
We'll gain heart.
And we gain heart. Cool.
Okay, shall I go first?
I think that sounds nice.
I'm just realizing I've never looked at this part of the page before. Completely unfamiliar with it. Nice.
I like it when I get to be the people. Extremism is fun in games, guys.
Eek.
It is. It's like building a bigger bonfire. Okay.
Okay.
I have mine.
I have mine too. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead. You go
Oh,
Okay.
I know.
Let's get
I've
the
got-
good news
I've got
first.
Mine. I've got
Okay.
mine.
We become brave and we bond over this.
Yeah.
And I will copy the virtue that we get as a result of this.
Yep. And do you want to read it out to us?
Yes, bravery, daring, courage, even in the face of great fear.
That's perfect.
Because this was super scary.
Yeah,
Yep.
brave boys.
That's so perfect.
Brave hands.
That's so perfect. I want to go next because
All right.
our belief and our I'm struggling with the word for that. Our reinvigoration, our rejuvenation of passion, I guess.
Mhm.
Yep.
Halia challenges Ruha for being speaker for the Ark.
Ooh.
Fearing that Ruya has grown corrupt, or at least failing at her job, and the need to change. She's lost sight of our. She's the reason why we loathe Ruhal now, and like it's like we didn't, and basically she's almost like a, or Halia is more of a, not what do you call it when you're not a radical to the left? A fundamentalist.
Yep.
She's like, no.
Actually-
The reason why we failed is because we didn't double down on Ruhal, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so that she's trying to challenge her to be like, listen, you're not thinking right. We need like I know what Ruhal wants. I know how we can get in the favors again. Look at me, like we're strong now,
Yeah.
and they feel emboldened to do this
Totally.
and to correct this moral problem.
Yep.
Okay.
So it just started raining outside in Canberra. Like it's straight
Oh.
up raining outside my window. Let me tell you what is lost. Aaron is eaten by the storm serpent.
I was almost
Like-
gonna say that, so I'm glad you did. That's amazing.
Yeah, like it has its revenge. Like
Yep.
it will not be bound. It will not be tamed. It is a spirit of war. It is not a kind spirit. It is not a fair spirit. It is not a forgiving spirit. It eats him whole, and then chews. And everyone hears and everyone sees, and it makes a big public show of it. And then it swallows him, and the people suddenly remember the dusk mist that comes when bodies are not properly disposed of, because they're never getting that body back. And then it leaves.
Does it just
I
go back
fucking
into the
love it.
sky? Is that what it is?
Oh, no,
How does it
I'm gonna
leave? What does it
no.
leaving look like?
Yeah. Okay, so it's
Is it like a reverse lightning?
So the people by now have fled. They've outpaced the children of the sun. It flies back in the direction of the warlike people of the sun in a slow and thoughtful way. And that's the last we see of it. Going into the horizon, into the sun
Yes.
Nice.
behind us.
Yes.
Okay.
Gonna go offer
Ah.
its blessing to someone more warlike. Yes, I love it.
So then I think that's probably the cliffhanger that we wrap up on. Right? Because we're out of time.
Yeah, if we're out of time, then yeah, I think it is.
So, I mean, is there like an epilogue we can quickly do? Like, where do we think this goes, or?
Yeah, I think
I had
think,
an idea for an epilogue.
Yeah, actually, okay, yeah. So tell me, I think this is going to be the best way to do it. Sci-Fi, if you choose what the final challenge is, and then
Sure.
we'll just judge very quickly without mechanics. We'll just decide if we think we actually make it or not to
Okay.
the festival, and then that will tell us kind of the shape of the epilogue.
Sure. The final challenge is, so you know how our arc got turned all lizardy and
Yep.
stuff, and had to be in the seawater, the
Yep.
bad seawater.
Yeah.
We arrive at the festival and they won't let us on land. They want us to go back because we tainted the ark.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to repent.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really cool. Like, we're like banished from the gathering, the festival, and we're like cast out. And I don't know if this feels like right to everyone else. I think if we're cast out and we're not getting help, I think the children of the sun come back with the blessings of the dragon this time. And like, I don't think we win at that time.
That sounds
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We go back into our certain doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doom.
I mean, it absolutely sounds
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I think it happens. I think it happens within sight of the festival.
Has
right?
anyone
Like,
ever had a
they-
happy ending to this game, Luke?
Yeah, the first time
Yeah.
we played, we rebirthed the sun, and it was great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now Alice was
You're-
kind
I-
of happy.
I know you're in chat. Back me up
Somewhere
here.
beyond the sea.
Uh,
But yeah, that's more or less the game. We had to make some slight changes due to time. If you are interested to play this game yourself or see what it would have looked like if we had played by the full rules, you can go and obtain a copy of this game and you can play it for yourself and have a great time with it.
it's a pretty good game.
But yeah, that's the game.
Yeah.
I like
if you,
that a lot.
Yeah.
Eric,
I'm
take us
excited.
away.
I'm definitely going to be playing this game some more. I'm going to be bringing out, I'm going to be whipping it out for Go Play Northwest. I know, obviously I think Commute and Crow here in chat's going to be doing it as well. So it'll be
Yeah.
fun to have a couple ones here of this getting played. So I'm super excited for that. This is Once Upon a Game. This is a story game variety show where it's open to the public. I have a sign-up sheet and stuff on my Discord if you're free Tuesday nights starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I just run through a variety of story games that we do for one-shots. So if you have a microphone and a camera and an interest in doing this stuff, no experience necessary, just come and join us. So it's a lot of fun. I like sharing these games with people. There's so many amazing games being designed every month, as well as games out there. It's just there's so many games that I think there's so many games that I know need to be played, and I think everyone benefits by playing more games. So ultimately, do it. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. Everyone here just like kind of randomly stumbled upon me at some point or another, and I was like, this is good. So I've been digging it. So thank you guys so much. I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and I'm a indie role-playing game streamer. I also do a couple things of PUBG and every now and again, and also a paint streamer. I do little paint guys like this one that I did a while ago. Yeah, look at that.
Ooh.
Shiny.
I saw that one
Blue
getting
and yellow.
painted. Yep,
So
it's good.
yeah, so I do little mini painting stuff too. So that's me. Let's just keep going around. So Emily, Blackwool.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Emily. I'm a filmmaker and an artist. And yeah, I sometimes make art for games. And I also play regularly over on my wife's channel, on a CGX channel. We play a game weekly called I'm Not Trying to Kill You, wherein we do like one-shots and things. At the moment, we're running an Apocalypse World campaign that Ash is GMing, and also Luke is in. And
It's
I
Ozcore
play a
as
creepy
hell.
child, and Luke plays my eerie grandparent, and it's the greatest. So you should come and watch that. Yeah, this was so much fun. I absolutely love this game, and it was really fun to play on this channel. Yay!
Yay.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Yay! I made it. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Luke.
Hello, I am Luke. I wrote this game. I am unsure if any of the links have made it into chat successfully. Eric, if
Yes.
they haven't, if you could drop one, that would be good.
Oh.
But yeah, you can buy a copy of this game now, if you would like to. It is $15. If you would like to play more, that would be awesome. And you can support me in doing more stuff like this. Also, the Law of the People and the Spirits are going to go out as like a bonus expansion pack for purchase soon enough. And otherwise, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/games from the Wildwood, where you can support me designing other games. My new project is I want to do something along the lines of like Kubo and the Two Strings and Song of the Sea, where it's about broken families and children escaping to the other world and finding their family dysfunction like mirrored there and resolving it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's the next project. Yeah, if you want to support me doing that, yeah, go on Patreon. And also probably I'm going to stream a bunch of the game design for that. So follow me on Twitter
Awesome.
at Wildwood Games to find out about that.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Sci-Fry.
Hey everybody, I'm Sci-Fi. I do stuff on the internet. I watch a lot of anime. I play a lot of video games. You can keep up with me at twitter.com/sci-fi with an underscore, SCIFRI_. I'm currently working on a Powered by the Apocalypse mecha game, which should be able to playtest by the end of this month if all goes well. And yeah, keep up with me there. Yeah, I make a lot of Gundam. I talk a lot of Gundam.
You are.
If you're interested in Gundam, I can get you into Gundam.
You're the one
Follow
who
me on Twitter.
You facilitated my first game of Firebrands, man.
I
You
did.
will always have a special place in my heart.
I did. I heralded the mecha down to your channel.
You did. You really did, and it's spread. Like, dude, people still play Firebrands all the time at story games. now.
Firebrands
It's-
is so good.
It's
I'm
it's
so,
a staple. It's a
here's the
staple
thing.
now.
I'm so glad that I brought
Oh, I should bring
Firebrands
it
to
to
your
his dad.
channel because
Yeah.
after we started playing Firebrands on your channel, it became one of D. Vincent Baker's best-selling games.
Yeah. Well, it was pretty much between this and Friends at the Table. Like that's
Yeah.
frankly, I mean it's more Friends at the Table, but I'll
I'm glad more
take a
people
small
are
Just take
share
it.
of
playing
Just
that.
take it.
Fireplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
So
it.
thanks.
Like-
All right.
Yeah. Give D. Vincent Baker your $3 and play Firebrands.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. Yeah. And now I guess I'm gonna have to bring The King is Dead to
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe wait. Oh, then I don't have a time. Oh, I don't have the time. Adam, go.
Eric, tell me about it. I might have time. Tell me what your thing is.
I might have time too.
So The King is Dead. Think of it this way.
Yeah.
The King is dead,
Oh,
right?
the Hogwarts version?
Yeah, the Hogwarts version, where everyone's competing for points for the end of the cup at the year at the end.
Yes.
And so instead though you're not playing the prefix of your house. You're playing the people getting in relationships and duels and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's perfect.
That
Well,
sounds fun.
we
Like-
did it.
I'd play the shit out of that.
That would be,
Sounds
it
so
would be
fun.
pretty good.
That does
I'll work
sound
on
good.
it. Yeah, I gotta think about it. But I was like a game chef going on.
Queer smoke jumpers first.
Yeah.
Hogwarts later.
Yes. All right.
Great. I'm gonna go. I'm Dark Lavender Void. I have a Patreon at clicking that enter button, patreon.com/Dark Lavender Void. Go support my game Mortally Bankrupt, where you play reality TV stars and reality cracks in on you and you suffer and become an evil person.
Yeah.
I'd play
Or
that.
not. Yeah.
So I realized I wasn't backing you on Patreon, and I don't know why. I thought I was, and so I fixed that.
Yep.
So cool. Yeah, that is a good thing. And also, I want to do a quick little plug for something. It's a website. It's Game Chef. It's a pretty famous design competition. Some pretty good games have come out of it. For example, Polaris
Mountain
or
Witch.
the Mountain Witch, which is like so good. I don't know why I haven't played it yet on stream.
It's
So John
would
Hart.
really
I
love
have a
to
request.
Play, I'd love to play it with you, Eric, because the mechanics of Mountain Witch have never clicked with me, but everything else about it I love. Sorry.
John
I have
John
a
told
request.
me he did a hack of it where they did Apocalypse Now,
Yes, I've seen that. Alright,
which I was like,
I've seen
what? That's awesome. So, anyways,
Eric, I have a request.
what's up?
Can we set aside a month on Once Upon a Game to play the ancient story games that we see in like the ludographies of like Apocalypse World and stuff like that?
Oh, like Archipelago and like that kind of
Sorcerer.
stuff? Sorcerer, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
like the early
Yeah.
early Forge stuff. Yeah,
we can
yeah,
get,
why
we can
not?
get Will.
Troll
I mean, we
babes,
played-
like yeah, I'd do
even
that.
like Will was talking the other month, right, about how like not Polaris, fucking Nobilis.
Nobilis, yeah.
Is basically like a proto story game. Like get him to run a
Yeah.
one shot of it or something.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
in
I would
the
love
middle
to. Yeah,
I like the idea
exactly.
of,
I would love to do that sometime
yeah.
for that kind of stuff. That's a great idea. I should
like
do that
the
more.
idea of taking the Wayback Machine to the 70s for a month.
Yeah. So this year's game chef is theme. So you design a game based on a theme and a couple ingredients like you would an Iron Chef, right? And the concept of it in this theme this year is borders, and the four things are like smoke, cut, echoing, and yarn. I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
Someone in my circles was like, if no one makes a game
Sounds so
that is
cool.
about the three fates thing in
Oh
Norse
yeah, and
mythology,
cutting the fates.
then like
Yeah.
then everyone
Oh,
can
yeah.
if no one makes that game, then everyone can fuck off because we've just lost at game design and like fair.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's
it's
definitely fair.
screaming to be written.
Yeah, my concept that I say it on stream so it forces me to commit to actually designing something.
That's right. I'm gonna hold
Right.
you this, Eric.
Yeah, I'm designing a queer smoke jumpers game that's kind of like Night Witches set up, only instead you're
So
about
cool.
firefighters who jump out in the wilderness and put out wildfires. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
so
I love
I like the concept's there. I'm just like, what is the engine that propels play? What is the questions that I want to ask, and how do I get express that?
I
So
still like.
development's
I
hard,
still
but
think
I'm working on it.
my map to facing idea
Yeah.
is cool.
It is. I like it.
So like,
So I gotta get
Well,
I gotta get a
that's-
couple approaches on paper. Anyways, yeah, that Hogwarts school, and yeah, and I'm going to Go Play. So if you guys are
So
anyone here
cool.
watching in the Seattle area or coming up to Seattle next week for Go Play, come say hi. So
and play